I have no idea where Phil is, but
I think
Oh, probably should.
So he'd probably join in a minute.
all right. Yeah,
I
he's
forgot. I
watching.
almost forgot it was 8 o'clock, and I was, oh shit, 7:55. Better get ready.
Yep.
There we
What?
go.
I think we're live.
Hey, guys.
I think. Yeah, Arcade Regiment. What's going on? What's up, everybody? Guillermo Cervantes asked that I play this song before we start. So, hold on.
Okay.
You guys can't hear it. But it was the Game Over soundbite from Raul Julia, the greatest M. Bison ever.
Oh my god, that is one of my favorite movies. I'm not even gonna lie. I love it. I literally love the Street Fighter movie.
Okay. I'm glad that someone could admit that out loud in a public
Hands down.
forum.
No shame. No shame.
Dude, I saw Hellboy this weekend. It was bad. It was really
The
bad.
revamp Hellboy.
Oh.
Yeah. It was intentionally bad. Lobster Johnson was one of the characters' names, and it was the guy who played Sandman, he was
Spider-Man, Thomas Hayden Church?
Yes, Thomas Hayden Church was Lobster Johnson, and it was bad. All right. We do have a show here. We got so much going on. We have OddManRush from all the way across the pond joining us, the British hockey expert. What's up, OMR?
Not much. I'm awake, so that's a good start. It's about 1 a.m. here, so I'm keeping on trucking,
The party's just getting started. 1 a.m.
Exactly.
That's when the shots of Jaeger come out.
That's prime time.
Yeah.
Prime time.
And then you take the first girl home that talks to you. And you're just like, I had no idea you were a hamster. I just...
There you go.
And then we also have...
Class.
Yes. Sorry, we also have Arcade Regiment, a.k.a. Producer Guy Phil. What's going on, buddy?
Honestly, this is cool, man. I'm actually glad I was able to make it this time. I feel good. Had to move some stuff around, but I'm here.
Yeah.
And literally, I just finished installing everything from Discord because I haven't been on it since the last time we talked. And literally, it was a scramble, and I'm like, shit. And then I'm here. I made it.
Clutch. Not like the Leafs right now.
No. I literally have the game on my TV right in front of me too. So I'm looking up and looking to the side.
Dude, I've got it on to the left of me. I can't play the sound because we'll get taken down for a copyright strike, but
In a heartbeat.
I'm watching it here to the left. Yep.
If MLSE isn't making money, nobody's making money.
That's right. 2-1 now. Boston has looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Toronto.
Well, it's always been a back and forth series. Game 3 looked really good.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So we're going to get to the...
second period's about to stop,
Yeah, there's some other guy named UrinatingTree here. I don't know who that is. He's like...
Yeah, I'm just some dude who just showed up.
Yeah, well,
That's what I thought of.
glad you're here. Luckily, you have a deep, radio-style voice, so, lucky
Apparently
for
everyone
you.
says it's fake.
It is fake.
Surprisingly not.
I don't...
It's not.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard it, I was like, dude, I wish I could do this kind of voice style. And then I hear you talk normally outside. I'm like, oh, that's his actual voice.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's
the
actual
irony.
voice.
That's the irony. It's like stop the fake voice. I can't.
You're like, they think you're some teenager talking in a really deep voice, hey, we're gonna go to the store. No, my voice finally broke, and I sound like a radio announcer every day. That's what happened. All right,
Puberty bottom of career. There we go.
there we go. Actually, when I met Tree for the first time in real life, I also thought that the voice was, I wouldn't say fake, but I was like, does he really talk like that? And he's like, hey, how you doing?
I told you.
It's such an honor to meet you.
Congratulations, you have been sat in my section.
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, today's score?
Congratulations. Here's a 10% tip.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
All right, how far behind are you? I guess, are you watching the feed now? I think Toronto's got the...
I have cable, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm getting it straight as it's happening.
You're getting it right to your veins, just completely being injected directly, like Nikki Sixx in the dirt.
Okay, now I got it.
Okay.
Damn it.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna be reading the Snapper chats because that's what allows us to, make money and be content creators. Because also you guys get to make us say words like fart and ass if you want. And
The best.
Careful, you might get demonetized.
Oh.
We're already.
Why'd you say farts, dude? Now we're definitely getting
well,
demonetized.
I heard
We're
on
going to
YouTube.
re-education camps.
I heard on YouTube you could say the word taint. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
That's what they're gonna let slide. They're just like, nah. You know what? You can go ahead and say that.
All right, I can say taint. All right, we're gonna lead it off with James Amadei, and this is a great segue into what is. It's only been a week, okay? Like last time Tree and I talked on the stream was a week ago, and everything was fine. The playoffs were just getting underway, and then this huge bus of fail just happened to two teams last night. And James Amadei.
So how do you feel about that CBJ oil, Mr. 5 Points?
I'm definitely not high. I just kind of it's supposed to reduce my anxiety, but it just made me laugh. So there was definitely some type of buzz going on there. But let me read this Snapchat here. James Amadei for $5. It's amazing how sports work. The regular season is a crapshoot where Tampa is dominating the entire year just to lose in 4 games and be out of it. Oh my god!
Decisively in 4 games.
They got dominated.
Yeah.
Like game 1 they choked, game 2 and 3 they had nothing. Game 4 they tried a little harder, but they still just had nothing defensively.
They gave up 7 goals in an elimination game. Like,
well, 3 of them were empty net.
Well,
yeah.
Still 5 goals. You're down 5-3 in the third period to a team that you should be beating the snot out of. And
Awful, isn't it?
yeah,
It's hilarious.
It is kind of funny.
I feel bad for the woman that runs their social media because I've been dunking on them all week.
yeah. There was
That was
so
my
many
favorite.
W's.
I saw like the tweet of like, oh, we have like no words, and literally the first comment underneath it was Tree, and I'm like, oh, yep, there we go. 800 likes later, there we go.
I was gonna
This
put up.
poor woman.
I gotta be alive. You gotta dunk when you can, man. It's
Yeah.
just the unfortunate thing because I actually like the Lightning. It's just they choked.
Yeah, they choked so bad, and we'll see in this next round where Columbus goes, whether the Lightning were just awful or CBJ was that good. Well, I definitely
They kind of have that 12 Kings sort of feel.
Yeah.
they do look good, and they have confidence now going into the next round. They're like, we just beat a team that won 62 games, and we took a dump right into their mouth.
Yeah. So the winner of Toronto-Boston, they could be getting stomped.
Yeah.
Because Toronto is very similar to Tampa in the style they play, in like forward heavy, suspect defense. Like Anderson may still fall off like Vasilevsky did.
Yeah.
So who knows?
And I think, yeah, even like Toronto to a lesser degree, like it's definitely suspect defense. But if you compare Tampa's decor and Toronto's decor, you give the edge to Tampa all day long.
Easily
And
on
Columbus
paper.
picked
Easily.
through that literally like it was nothing.
Yeah, they looked really disorganized without Hedman out there too. They just looked lost, and I'm like,
That's
it's
why
just
I'm not really
one
gonna play
dude.
Hedman. I think he's severely in.
Yeah, I'm like, it's just one dude though. Like, how do you just completely look that disorganized when it? I get that he's a Norris Trophy winner and all or whatever, but like they were terrible. They were just bad.
I've got to say, I was quite frightened by how calm John Cooper was after the series ended. I don't know if you guys saw the press conference that John Cooper did. I think it was directly after they'd been swept, and he sounded like a fucking robot. Like, it's no emotion to him whatsoever.
Looks like Boston just scored.
Yeah, you picked a perfect
Sweet.
time to start talking OMR because that was a fucking nice tip in right there.
That was a
it
hell of
was.
a pass. Zaitsev
Yeah.
blocked it, and then like Marchand. Good on him for actually like getting
Here
the
it
puck
is.
back and getting it through. That was a nice play.
They got a 2-on-1. Marchand and Pasternak. Those are two guys you don't want right there. Ooh,
And
wow.
Nikita Zaitsev back. Here we go, boy.
Yeah.
Nikita Zaitsev. I enjoy that contract, Toronto. Just
Oh.
saying. Dude,
Oh,
if
wow.
you're trying to get rid of that contract, just saying, you're probably going to be giving up like a 3rd or a 4th round.
No, exactly. Hold on. Hey Siri, where's the bleach?
Well, the thing is,
Don't worry, Columbus. Just pretend to yourself Columbus is just going to beat the shit out of the winner of this series.
Yeah.
Because it's like, in reality, whomever wins, we lose. Because Toronto's
Yeah.
going to be fucking insufferable if they win.
Oh
Yeah.
And,
I can-
if Boston wins, it's the typical shit. Boston gets insufferable, and Toronto's literally broken.
I can hear it in Phil's voice.
Yeah.
Toronto final. conference final, I mean, Toronto media is probably going to jizz themselves.
And then they realize they got to pay Marner, and they're fucked.
Yep.
That's why this is the year. It's got to be this year.
Oh yeah, and then otherwise you're paying $35 million for 3 players, and
Literally.
good luck with that.
But apparently it doesn't matter whether this is the year or not, because Tampa got swept the fuck out of the building.
Well, that's what you can at least say if you're Toronto. It's like, hey, at least you're not Tampa.
Yeah.
At least. All right, you got this next one, Tree?
Yes, sir, I do. From Mr. Yellow Swaggins. I'm not much of a hockey fan except during the playoffs. That means you're not a hockey fan. Get out. But I am an Ohio sports team fan, so I'm not used to not winning anything. CBJ's sweep over Tampa Bay feels like a championship. And as much shit as we're giving Tampa Bay, like, Tortorella put on a clinic.
Yeah.
Like, he literally just did one adjustment, like, okay, beat it. And they didn't. And he literally, like, they have the horses to do it. I mean, you saw that at the deadline. It's just they were very close to being ridiculed again. But I'll give them credit. They needed that series win. They needed it for their identity. And they earned it.
Seems like a fucking genius now, doesn't he?
Who's that?
Kekalainen? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was thinking, like, if they didn't make the playoffs, I think both Tortorella and Kekalainen would have fired for failing the gamble.
Yeah.
But with this and the series win, they've saved their jobs.
Oh, 100%. Like, by far. Yeah, like you said, he looks like a genius. Like, the acquisitions of, like, Duchesne, Dzingel, like, makes them literally, like a solid team, like, all throughout their forward core.
Well, I tell
And
you
they got
what.
good defense,
They're
too.
well-rounded.
Jones, Werenski.
Like,
Yeah.
but if Bobrovsky keeps playing like he is, like, I mean, he
Dude.
got the playoff jitters out in, like, the first game.
He was so
Which is
good.
crazy.
Bobrovsky was so good. Like, I mean, Tampa had opportunities. They had times
It's
in
either
front.
like they saved them or they flubbed them. Oh, that fourth goal.
Yep.
Wow, Boston.
Boston swarming like
Yeah, this could be tied headed
This is the
back to
kind of the
Boston.
great series. Like, this is going 7.
Oh, absolutely.
again.
7.
And whoever loses that 7th game, it is going to be heartache. And wow, Pasternak just buried that. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
He was just swarming, man. You
Yeah.
can't leave Pasternak that wide open.
Yeah, on a power play, you can't leave. Yeah. That's
Yeah, look, it's Zaitsev and Hainsey are just like right there.
That was
It's like you're on
disgusting.
Mojo. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'd rather leave Mojo open than Pasta.
Yep.
All right, I got
This is my life, guys.
I
This is
got to
my
read
life.
this one from Beast of Metal 1989. Huge supporter of the show. Big dick shout out to Beast of Metal 1989, who gave us his like entire life
And he did the
savings.
bold pick of CBJ over Tampa.
That's
Damn,
right.
Good for him.
Yes, he did.
Like,
Look-
I knew that series was going 7, but yeah, like a sweep towards Columbus. Nobody
saw that.
No.
Nobody saw that. Local events, Screw Iserman Parade tonight at 9 p.m. on Waterside Drive in Norfolk, Virginia. Be sure to bring Lightning merch and or effigies of Iserman, Brisboy, and Cooper to burn in celebration. Cooper is on the hot seat, and he just got an extension.
He should have been fired. He should be fired. I'm sorry.
He just signed an
Like, he's
extension.
choked so many times over the past few years. Like, your goals were in the playoffs. Winning the regular season means nothing. Their goal was win a cup, no matter the cost. They couldn't win a game. I'm sorry, that is a catastrophic failure of a year.
I'm just curious. Has there ever
I'm
been-
dead serious. Like, I would not put up a President's Trophy banner. Because all it's going to do is remind them of miserable failure.
What were you saying, Odd Man? I heard you in the background. I know.
Yeah, one of the really annoying things right now is one of the local English channels that shows the NHL. I've got a subscription to NHL TV, like the smart hockey fan I am. Watch as many
Nice.
hockey games as possible on there. But the local channel, they're like, oh, we want to get all the games, all the playoff games. We want to have exclusive rights in the UK to all the playoff games. So I haven't been able to watch a single playoff game so far this year
Shit.
because they keep blacking them out on NHL TV, and it's actually doing my fucking nut in. Like, it's
You'd be
so
better off
annoying.
just streaming and using a VPN at that rate.
Yeah, go to Reddit.
That's the only thing, that's the only thing I do.
Just steal it.
Yeah,
Which,
absolutely.
I mean, there's some
hear that
decent
from
ones
me.
out there streaming-wise.
Yeah, you didn't hear that from me.
But it's just like, if you're getting blacked out, man, it's like...
I don't know. You're over there in Europe with Article 13 , so you know
Oh,
you
don't
guys.
even get started on Article
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, you guys are getting
don't
bent
worry, it's
over.
probably going to happen to us too, so...
Hey, England's leaving the EU though, so I should be alright.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they've been saying that for 2 years, but they're pussyfooting around it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Nike swoosh.
Yeah, what's actually happening with that? I keep hearing
They're like,
like,
just keep delaying it. And it's just like
Brexit all night, lads.
Yeah, we got to talk. We got to read these Snapchats. But yeah, they voted. The people want to be out of the EU, and then the fucking Parliament
the problem is there was a lot of lies, both sides claiming that they could do this, that, or the other, like with all sort of elections or referendums and everything like that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're saying politicians lied? Get out.
Politicians don't lie. What's wrong with you?
politicians lie? Come on. Have you ever heard of Honest Abe Lincoln?
Yeah. George Washington cut down a cherry tree.
Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yes.
Was he a politician, right?
No.
Oh, am I really quiet?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
Close enough.
Yeah. All right. Eli Arbaiza. $2. Who's the worst current owner in pro sports? Well, if Jeffrey Loria owned anything, I would say it's him, but
I go
doesn't.
Melnick.
But Melnick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Melnick, hands down. Dan Snyder, close second.
Dan Snyder has not been in legal. He hasn't thrown his own fans under the bus the way that Melnick has. I will give him.
Repeatedly, too.
Yes. I wouldn't say that. Dan Snyder's not complaining about people not showing up to the games. He puts out a shit product and sells out every single home game every year. So.
But hey, Melnick's
Well, just look at the
cap, though.
attendance, though. Let's just put it that way. If you looked at their attendance week 17 when the Eagles were in town, it was barren and it was roughly 3/4 full of Eagles fans.
Yeah, but they sold all the tickets. That's what matters.
Because it's all corporate buyers who don't give a fuck.
That's right.
Just do I want to go to this? Nah. Fuck it.
Who is it that called the Toronto crowd corporate? Was that Milbury last broadcast?
Yeah, Milbury.
Noted Boston alum Mike Milbury?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, maybe it's because tickets are $400 and they're still suffering for the sins of Harold Ballard. Maybe that's why it's fucking
I don't know.
corporate.
Phil seems pretty corporate to me. You're a lawyer,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, absolutely. I got to show to a game in a suit and tie, or I don't show up at all, baby. That's it.
Steve Dangle, total corporate. Total corporate shill, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right, you got this next one. Image Dio's back.
Yes, sir. Image Dio is back for $5. I came from Cuba, and my family in Tampa called me while crying. I thought a cousin died. They said, worse, the Lightning lost in the playoffs.
Ay, que Dios mío. Los Lightning.
El Lightning, why?
El Lightning. No bueno. No bueno.
Jesus God.
Image Dio.
Ay, Dios, no bueno.
Ay, Dios mío. God, and then
Lightning a muerte.
Yes, the thing I loved about when I lived in Panama is the native kids would be speaking Spanish to each other, but they all spoke perfect English as well as perfect Spanish, and they'd be in the middle of a sentence and they wouldn't have a perfect translation for something, and they'd just say it in perfect English, so they'd be talking in Spanish "Ay que Dios míos," whatever, and then they'd be like "world-class runner," and then go right back into the conversation.
Oye, so gotta go to Barbecue Bill.
And it was amazing. All right. I like this one because we can talk a little basketball. Casey Hoosby, $5. He must be new to the show. NBA Finals predictions. Wow, big shakeup. So this is what got lost in all of this juicy hockey fail was the Warriors blew a 31-point lead.
And it was and no one shed a cheer. And
Right.
also Boogie Cousins is out with another injury.
Yeah.
Or quad.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So they're kind of where they were last year. So the NBA might not be fucked.
they'll still win. They could lose Durant.
What I found even funnier was the Sixers being crushed by the Brooklyn Nets in their first game, and Orlando beating Toronto in Game 1, thanks to DJ Augustine.
Yes, former Texas guard DJ Augustine, I believe.
No, former Charlotte Hornet or Charlotte Bobcat?
I'm going back to
Maybe it was
college, bro.
DJ Augustine.
Yes. Did he play for Texas? Who's saying in the chat?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I thought he
I
did
don't know where he
play.
played.
Here, let me look that up before my brain explodes. That's the great thing. We have every piece of information available to us.
Within seconds.
Yes, he was a Texas Longhorn. Thank you. My brain is not completely fried from all that CBJ oil that I have ingested. I think the Warriors still win it. That's my finals prediction. Thank you for the $5.
I think I have Warriors and Bucks of my ever so casual basketball knowledge.
Bucks look good so far, though.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Dodger.
They are playing the Pistons, but
yeah. Sorry, let me get through this. Hey, Cole Adams, what's up? I see you in the chat. Dodger of Zion, $5. Coming next NHL season to the Tree Soap Opera Network as the Lightning strikes and March of the Penguins. Ooh. Ooh. March of the Penguins meets the Lemurs, and they just march right off the cliff because we haven't even started to talk about the Penguins.
March of the Penguins is pretty much just going to be JR just spinning the wheels and trading a bunch of random dudes for big physical guys that don't fit the speed mentality.
I think
that's probably what's going to happen.
I think for the
Johnson wasn't a good signing.
No, it was
Crosby's good Branson.
And JR. What? No. I'm talking about Derek Brassard and trading a first-round pick for Ryan Reed.
Brassard.
Brassard's on a team. Isn't going to turn into anything. Come on.
No.
It's going to be put on waivers.
I think March of the Penguins should be Morgan Freeman narrating Chris Letang trying to play defense.
Great game one of the overtime goal. He was the main cause of the
And here Letang falls down. Every year this happens.
And then Letang turned into a dumb fraud.
And Chris Letang falls down.
And there's Oli Mata trying to recover. But unfortunately, his legs are stuck in molasses. Wait, that's just his skating speed.
He showed up to the rink an hour ago, but his game is still in Finland.
Ooh, wow. All right. So, Tree, you were at the game last night.
Yes, sir.
How bad was it?
It was a lot of Yinzers. The most entertaining part was the Yinzer behind.
Yeah. Didn't he say shit like, Murray? What were his chirps?
Well, I mean, he said, like, the Isles were ranked ahead of the Penguins in the standings. The Isles are trash. If the Pens sweep the Isles, I'm going to punch my mother.
Can we send an APB on that guy's mother?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I didn't get his name. And he said also, if I was playing Chell, we'd be winning. I'm like, I had to double check. It's like, did I really hear that? If I'm playing Chell?
If we were in one of Rick and Morty's parallel universes, they'd be winning. So
yeah.
That's basically what
it's not like you've seen them over the year and they look like shit for most of the year and kept blowing leads. I don't know.
If I was playing Chell, we'd be winning.
But I had a controller, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Sidney Crosby would have scored a hat trick.
Maybe it's a 93 overall Hut Crosby. Oh baby.
Maybe it's a superstition. Like, oh my gosh.
So you know what? I'm getting my 96 overall Mario Daddy.
Yeah, right.
Actually, I have an alumni version of Mark Messier from the Oilers era. I'm going to put that on my team.
That's right. I'm going to plug him into the Penguins lineup for sure. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a superstition. He's like, guys, I got to take a dump between the second and third periods. So bring me that X-Lax. All right, Beast to Metal 1989, $5. Congratulations, Lightning. You have transcended mere choking and become professional hockey's immortal meme. Yes, and all to save a few bucks in bus money.
It was about the Norfolk Admirals, right?
Yeah. Beast to Metal really hates the Norfolk Admirals. Really hates them. Really hates. All right, you got this next one from Tiger, 89. Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay Lightning.exe has stopped working. Please blow it up and try program again next season. People bitch to me when I suggested to blow it up. It's like, this is an overreaction. It's like, no, not really. Not when you get completely embarrassed when you were heavily favored to win the cup. Not when you have shown me absolutely nothing over the years that you are a viable team in the playoffs. Not in a situation where you've shown no mental fortitude. I'm just being honest. I think they should start chopping off some heads.
Who's coming?
I've got a theory that I reckon because the Rangers, well, of course, they're always called the Tampa Bay Rangers, right? That's one of their nicknames. 2015, they beat the Rangers in the conference finals, right?
Yep, they laid an egg in Game 7.
Yep.
Exactly. So my theory is, I think those ex-Rangers players have been trying to kill it from the inside. You know, just like, if we can't beat them, we join them and then beat ourselves.
Right.
Assimilate into the board.
That's right.
What you think?
Exactly.
Fooled them all, boys. Fooled them all.
The greatest crime that the hockey world has ever seen.
Yep. As the seconds were ticking off in Columbus, McDonough and Miller tap gloves and like, that's for 2015, bitch. That's right. That's right. That's Girardi gets up off the ice. That's for making me fall down. Fucking Stamkos. Fucking piece of shit. All right. Thai Fighter 94 Muay Thai. With the first pick in the NFL draft, the Tank Bowl champs, Arizona Cardinals select Kyler Murray.
It should be Nick Bosa, but more and more it's probably looking like Kyler Murray.
They might swap with somebody to pick Nick Bosa. It might be a pick Nick and trade him. It might be one of those deals because they don't act like they want him. I'm like, you dumbasses just drafted a quarterback.
I'm not going to laugh because of Kyler Murray. I'm going to laugh at the horrible asset management of the Cardinals. Like, if you are so against Josh Rosen in his first year, then why did you trade up to get him?
It's bad.
And you know who also sucked ass his first year? Jared Goff.
Yeah. Well, they needed boy genius Sean McVay to clean all that out because he was under Jeff Fisher. So maybe they put Rosen in there next year and Bruce Arians. No, it's Bruce Arians in Tampa. I'm sorry, and Cliff Kingsbury or whatever turns him around. I don't know. Wow, what a save by Rask.
Yeah,
I know. I'm screaming internally.
I saw that too.
Yeah,
I saw myself like.
Oh wow! How did he miss that?
I'm screaming internally. Trust me.
I was talking about the one 15 seconds before that. Like, how do you not bury that? That was.
I was literally like that before. I'm like, really?
God, live hockey games, they're the best.
Yeah.
Yes, that's literally what I've been doing. Like, that's why I'm getting so distracted with video making. I'm just watching hockey.
OddManRush is over there just jealous as fuck. He's just like, I guess this is the
even
best
get
thing.
One game. You guys get like 7. You can take your pick.
Right. Jake Bizzell.
Games wide. Oh, fucking hell.
Hey,
hold on, let me put on Predator Stars next, just to piss off our.
Yeah, that's right.
friend
Yeah, let's
across
call
the
that.
pond.
I'm gonna have multiple windows up. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, Tree, you got this one from JB.
Yes, sir, I do. Mr. Jake Buzzell. I went to the national game versus the Pirates, and one of them caught Adam Eaton's game-tying homer. Not that you'd really care. I just thought it was cool. That is pretty cool. I've never caught a home run or a foul ball myself, so.
I've never done it. The one time I was at a Phillies game, and Ryan Thompson, the center fielder for the Mets, I like waved to him. I'm like 13 years old. And he threw the ball right at me from dead center and hit, and it was head right for my chest. I had a glove and everything, and my dad cut in front of me and knocked it out of my hand, and it went right into this fat lady's lap. And then I was so mad at my dad, but now I realize, 30 years later that he was just trying to catch the ball. But in the moment, I was like, dude, I'm the 14-year-old with a glove, and you're like, 40. Like, come on.
Maybe he's just trying to save you from Ryan Thompson.
He was. No one could
moment,
save the Mets. Right.
I haven't heard that name until now.
Right. He was terrible, Ryan Thompson. They traded David Cohn. They got him and Jeff Kent in the deal.
Jeez.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Jeff Kent before he was good.
Yeah, Jeff Kent before he hung out with Barry Bonds, So I've never got a ball, but if I get one, I want to give one to some 14-year-old kid, and that's with his dad and being like, hey, dude, don't intercept this. Just a word of advice from your Uncle FPV. Beast of Metal 1989. I must ring in with a technical note. I can barely hear OddManRush when the rest of you are speaking. Okay, let's try to. I've
turned the gain of my mic up a little bit, so hopefully it should be a little bit better.
That does sound a lot better, actually.
Yeah, it does.
That's good. And then you got this next one.
Yep, I do, sir. Mr. Tucker White, 94. Forgive me if you've mentioned this already, but Tampa's collapse bolsters my belief that the President's Trophy is bullshit. The President's Trophy is the NHL equivalent of a participation trophy. It means nothing.
Wait, are Tampa out of the playoffs?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is we're just ahead in time. Maybe we're in reverse.
Can I get some confirmation on that? Can I get a source?
We're actually laughing at Columbus, and they're all in. They're going to turn every GM into a spineless coward. Also, 2-0 Dallas now.
I don't know. I guess because there's no on-paper trophy. It's not like the Premier League where you just win a bunch of games and you win the table. You know, like it's definitely makes it. I like the fact that in the U.S. we go all or nothing, man. Like you've got to get it done. You know.
And hockey is such like a weird sport that like, dude, the 8th seeded Kings could win. Hell, Columbus. They could be the new Kings.
They just
because there's usually like a team that just like comes out of nowhere.
The 8th
Last
seeded
year we didn't really have it.
Right. The 8th seeded Kings had to come back from 3. They were getting the shit kicked out of them. They just got a bunch of bounces. The Blue Jackets just literally ripped open the Tampa Bay's butthole and just did whatever they wanted to it. And like it was ugly. It was as ugly as that comment sounded. Mm-hmm. We're like, demonetized.
John Cooper literally got raw dogged tactically by Tortorella.
He's not an X's and O's guy. He's a box lacrosse coach who's a lawyer. Like he's not going to make adjustments. He's just going to be like, "Hey guys, figure it out." And they've been
it's
so
a 5-alarm fire,
right?
And they just wanted it more than us. Like, why did you say they want it more than us? Like, I mean, that shouldn't be an issue. Because did you remember the last 2 times you made the Eastern Conference Finals when you blew a 3-2 series lead? Just saying.
They should have beat the Blackhawks that year. They were the much better team, and they let the Blackhawks get over on them in the finals.
Yeah. Well, that's probably the reason why. It's like they choke. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Like, they are not winning with that core, and they are not winning with that. No. This year confirmed it. And I'm saying this as a guy who likes the Lightning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought that they had the stuff to win, but you know, it was.
I was reserved because of their past choking, so I wanted them to prove something to me, and they.
It was bad.
They proved they're a colossal failure. There you go.
Pretty much, they are the greatest meme of all time.
Yeah. Tucker White 94. Thank you. $2. Update: Braves 2, D-back 0, Preds 0, Stars 1. Well, Preds are up 3-1.
Nothing Stars.
Yeah. 2-0. Zuccarello, did he do anything? NHL?
Oh, 3-0 now. I didn't see that.
Zuccarello.
They're scoring goals. I'm shocked.
Yeah, you know, the playoffs are definitely just a different. I
mean,
hockey.
Dallas kind of blew that last game because like they had many premier chances, and then Bishop just let in a big softie, and I'm like, really? Come on, man.
Yeah. Nashville's up 2-1. They're looking to.
Yeah, they need
their
to
dominance, but they're
not at a must-win stage. But it'd be nice if they went far.
Yeah, I think the Flames. Well, I cannot predict anything right now. I have no credibility. I said that the Lightning 100% were coming back.
Oh, my bracket's fucked.
Ripped. Oh yeah.
My bracket's not super fucked. I mean, if St. Louis keeps choking and Washington keeps choking, then I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Actually, if Calgary loses, that might be in trouble. Which is a realistic possibility because if I saw Calgary, I'm scared. Because they have no answers for McKinnon. They have no answers for Colorado's odd man rushes.
Yeah, and Brassard is out there.
Mm-hmm. Like they are exposing their D.
What you got back there? Odd man rush.
Giordano, TJ Brody, Travis Hamonic. I think Valimaki's making his debut. Oliver Shillington. Oscar Fantenberg. I know Hannafin. That's the other guy.
Noah Hannafin is out there. Holy shit.
I think my bracket's rocking a good sort of 50% at the moment success rate, which, you know, I'll take it.
The Lightning would have taken 50%.
Crazy this has been so far this year.
Mm-hmm. That's what hockey's all about, man.
That's what
Indeed.
That's why
it's better than the NBA.
I like the NBA only when it's like the finals and the memes come out. That's
Well, the memes are what makes the NBA. Can't spell choke without OKC.
Wow.
That was good.
Which is technically going to stay alive if things keep up as they are.
Mm-hmm. Duelist Master 9. Speaking of bad owners, if James Dolan tells you start rooting for the Nets, I will trigger him and say at least they are in the playoffs. James Dolan is a walking trigger fest, and he's terrible. Luckily,
he is a jealous little man that has a Napoleon complex and fancies himself.
Oh, I think Ian's net cut out.
That's how it is. Well, I just said James Dolan has a complex. That's really all it comes down to.
Basically, basically.
He's like 5'5" or some shit.
See, that's the thing with like James Dolan is looks like a troll, like a bridge troll, and it's very easy to hate him, right? And Tom Dundon looks like a
Well, especially if he wears that cheesy hat.
right. Like
That's easy douche material.
the thing I hate about Tom Dundon is he's like smiling and looking friendly in every picture that you have. Like I Googled him and tried to find a picture of him like pissed off. Couldn't find a single one of them. I'm like, fuck this dude, man. Like everyone should hate this asshole. And he's never allowed himself to get photographed not smiling. And it pissed me off.
Well, do you have photographs of Charlie Ebersol being pissed?
Yeah, Ebersol. Well, when he was dating Brittany or whatever, didn't she like do something weird with him? I don't know. Brittany looks like she's nasty in the sack. You know, probably a cucumber of some kind would be involved. I'd be down for it. I mean, you know.
This podcast has taken.
Unfortunately, that's probably going up you.
We've all
That's
been
all
there.
I'm gonna say.
We've all been there. It's not gay if it's a woman. I'm just saying. All right, you read this next one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just saying. I mean, I'm not judging your fetishes, Mr. 5 Points. I'm just saying, Jesus, I better hope you have some lube handy.
I'm just saying it sounds funny. I wouldn't actually do it. It just sounds funny.
Casey Hughesby, $5. I've been a fan for about a year. Rockies and Red Sox are trash. I remember seeing his name like last week and a few weeks ago. So
Right. My memory is
he's
shot.
not a new fan.
Too much CBJ. oil.
Okay, you're saying that you can remember where DJ Augustine goes to school, but you can't remember a fan that did a super chat last week.
Selective memory.
Exposed.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
Eli Arbaiza, what's up, Eli? I know that's a fan. Regular on the show. Pittsburgh's pro coaches approve or disapprove. Mike Sullivan. I want to talk about him. What do you do now?
I'm going to be honest, Sully's getting stale. And it's tough for me to say he's not going to get fired this year, but if he struggles next year, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the app.
How many more years does he have on his contract? Do we know?
I have no idea. I think at least 2 or 3. I don't know his extent. I know JR just got an extension, which I am deathly afraid of, but
Yeah.
but as I said, it seems to be this massive disconnect between JR and Sullivan. You could see it with the way they acted with certain players, like with Sprong, with Ryan Reeves, Ian Cole was another one.
Hold on, guys. I gotta play the funeral. I gotta play the funeral music in the background.
Nah, I mean it's the beginning of the end. I mean everyone's saying "Oh, the Pens are going to be fine." It's I don't know. I feel it.
Happens to the best of us.
Of course, it happens to all dynasties.
Yeah, but
I'll forever cherish the cups, but I'm just saying, man. It's just all the great teams usually go out with a whimper.
Is he becoming
That
like
felt
Dan
like
Blysma?
a very loud thud.
Is he becoming like Blysma, this Mike Sullivan?
Pretty much. I'm getting a lot of Bilesma characteristics. He's getting pretty stubborn. He's playing favorites with a lot of guys.
You know what?
Garrett Wilson should not be in the lineup. He is a fringe guy, and they treat him like he's this bottom 6 stalwart.
Sounds like Alain Vigneault and Tanner Glass all over again.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Philly. Enjoy Tanner Glass.
Yeah.
I don't remind me about Tanner Glass. The Pens had him for a while, and he was grub. I laughed my ass off when the Rangers signed him again. And we also had another guy like him, Craig Adams.
It feels a lot like Pittsburgh is like the Blackhawks at the end of their dynasty. They tried to patchwork another run together and brought back.
I think they're still going to keep doing it
until it's
they're
time
going
to
to
blow
try
it
and
up.
hope Crosby, Malkin, and company still have some gas in the tank. But if you're looking at it this past year, there are going to be a lot of different faces on the Pens. A lot of players have played their last game in a Pens uniform.
Sad.
Kind of like a youth resurgence is kind of going to happen now. They're going to start playing, I guess, guys in the minors, give them more roles and.
They're probably going to get some
opportunities.
random veterans flip some guys. I think Kessel might be gone. Mata's probably gone.
Pour one out for Kessel.
I mean, you can't get rid of some guys because of their contract. But Cullen, I think, retires.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
How many pounds do you think Phil Kessel will weigh when he finally retires, like a year later?
He's probably gonna be one of those guys who just has like a chubby face and like thin everything.
That's true. That's true. Is
he gonna be one of those guys who goes to alumni appearances or no?
For who? Kessel. You think he's gonna come back to Toronto?
No. He'll go to Pittsburgh.
No,
I mean,
hell no, yeah.
dude's a
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Dude's a cult hero around here. Of course, he'll come back to ours. Dude's won back-to-back cups. People use the hot dog out of spite in Toronto. People use the hot dog in Pittsburgh as a sign of love. I mean, the dude's invisible, but he has a legacy.
He does.
He's the immortal HBK line. They'll never have to buy drinks in Pittsburgh again.
You're right.
Good
he's
on him,
beloved. And he's also American. You know?
Yeah. Ooh, nice save by Rene.
You got this next one, Beast of Metal.
That I do, sir, Mr. Beast of Metal. No, I hate the Lightning for stabbing the Admirals in the back, triggering their descent into hockey hell. I want the ads to rise again one day.
Okay. Like the Phoenix of Norfolk. That's right. Mm-hmm. The Phoenix. Evan Escher, $2. What the fuck? These usually start at 6. Why the early start? We went with an hour early so that OddManRush didn't have to get up at 2 in the morning just to be heard in the background.
Yeah, that makes sense. A $5 time frame. Like me, I have a weird schedule, so I can deal with 1 a.m. But I mean, 1 a.m. is very weird for a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm usually writing scripts for videos at this point anyway, so you know.
Nice. Nothing good happens after 11 p.m. Nothing good.
That's true.
Unless you're on the East Coast, and then you can just watch hockey in the West.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's funny when you go out to the West Coast and it's like 4 o'clock and a game is on. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
It's weird, man.
No, 10 o'clock on Sundays. Like, wait.
West
NFL's already playing?
Start at 3:30 in the morning over here.
Oh, brutal.
I never touch those ones. I'm all right.
What if it was the Rangers in the finals? You'd get up at 3:30. Rangers in the finals?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. But I mean, I think we're about at least half a decade away from that.
Yeah, so in 10 years, I'll be texting you or messaging you on Twitter like, yes, finally, 3:30 a.m., get up.
Yep. I'll just be a wreck.
Uh-huh. Oh, my God.
Led by Captain Capo Caco.
Yes.
Yes.
He is going to be there.
Caco!
I was happy that we did all that tanking. We looked respectable and still got the second overall.
If the Rangers win the cup and they give it to Anderson, is he thrown over the glass?
I love all of the Colorado fans that were just complaining that the draft lottery was rigged. And then I did a bit of research. Like, the Devils and the Blackhawks, to an extent, I understand. But the Rangers, they haven't had a top 3 pick since the league expanded in 1967. Like, we've been patient, lads. Like, the last top 2 pick we had was Brad Park in 1966. Like, come on, throw us a bone here. He's
a Hall of Famer, isn't he, Brad Park?
He is.
Brad Park, yeah. I mean, that was a good pick. You made that one count.
Yeah.
Very good pick.
Trey Magathan. What's up, Trey? The addiction of the Stanley Cup playoffs can rival heroin at times. Yes, too bad I haven't had cable TV of any kind all my life. How do you do that? That's like being a low-rent heroin addict. You know, do you stand outside? Do you just go into Best Buy and be like, yeah, can we turn it on to NHL right here? I need to watch.
Or all your games blacked out, you know?
Even though you pay for the service, you know?
Yeah, right. Oh, fucking hell.
That's a double-edged sword, man. You pay for that and you get nothing.
I pay for it, yeah, exactly. And they want me to pay for another fucking TV channel.
You're paying them just to fuck you, literally.
Right.
I'm not going to pay another fucking channel. Just show me the hockey.
You bought that cucumber from the grocery store.
You bought the cucumber.
Handed it to them and was like, do your bidding here.
You spat on it and said, here you go, have fun.
Treat me like Tampa in the first round. That's right. Gigi, oh, you want to read this next one? Tree?
Yeah, I can. Sorry, man. I'm trying to get this reset. Like my desktop browser crashed on me, and I do have it ready with the first overall pick in the 2030 draft. The Tampa Bay Chokers select Gain Gretzky.
Heard good things about him.
Yeah, I heard about.
He's
all right.
I heard he's the good one.
It's like no, I'm more a fan of. That would be the guy I'm looking for.
I heard his daughter's really hot. Paul.
What a rocket.
Galina Pretsky. Is that her
Yes.
name? Yes.
Stella Gretzky.
Pretty
Oh, wait,
odd.
no. Patricia Gretzky.
Patricia
Krista
Gretzky.
Gretzky? Yeah, absolute.
Dallas is up 4-0. Pecorine has been pulled. He is definitely.
He is
above-
not good right now.
No, he is not good right now.
He was too good last game, but
Yes.
now he's not.
He's doing the tree. Yep, he's doing that.
I mean,
Zuccarello.
at least I tried to enjoy the J oil unlike you before the playoffs. Jesus Christ. Just saying.
Ninja
Sorry.
Llama. I think this one's new. Ninja Llama. That's an awesome name. I'm naming my next kid that Ninja Llama. I know you guys don't do soccer a lot, but today's Champions League match, Tottenham versus Man City, was the best game I've seen in a long time. Thoughts? Anybody have intel on this game? What
Didn't
happened?
they? Most of the goals get scored in the first 11 minutes.
That's all the excitement a soccer fan can handle.
Pretty much. Also, 4-0 Dallas.
No, I don't care.
Yeesh.
What was that?
I don't
Also,
know.
4-0.
I don't care.
Now, OMR, do you live near a club team of any kind?
I live near a team that's in the 2nd division, but it's looking like they're going to be relegated to the 3rd division. So.
Oh.
Sorry, man.
Oh.
Well,
I think
you're in
Tampa-
like 4th tier. Football.
I legit only watch the World Cup. Like, I have no interest in
You're
it
just
whatsoever.
like me. Yeah, I only care if the world, if I can shit on another country, an entire another country for failure, I'm watching that. But I don't.
That's why we all lived off Brazil getting crushed by Germany.
Yes, that was one of the
Like,
best finals.
I love watching England go out in the group stages. It's great. It's great fun. Sometimes they make like the semi-finals and they lose again, which is fun as well. We just lose a lot.
But it was coming home. Sorry.
Yeah.
It
That's
was.
all that matters. I mean, you had a
it was
ridiculously
coming
easy
home.
schedule, but it's coming home.
I keep hearing it's
It
coming home, man. When's it
home
coming?
Until it wasn't. That kind of sucked, but you know, we're
I
kind of used to it by now.
1966 was the last
Yeah.
time. That's like
Brad
ancient
Park.
history.
Brad Park. That was a good year for you, man.
Yeah.
30 years for your boy, man. That was a good year
They have
for
a
you.
better record than England. You know that, right? That's all I'm saying.
They were close. They made the semis that year. They looked good. And then, of course,
Then Croatia came
everyone
and
once
beat
everyone
shit.
started saying this is theirs to win, of course they just pooped all over the place.
Oh, we've been saying it was ours to win since day one of the World Cup. Like,
Yeah.
It just becomes a running joke within like the English football communities. Like, it's coming home, lads. We know it's not.
Right,
And then when we
right,
get to
right.
the semi-finals, we start to think, oh shit, like it might actually come home, and then it doesn't. So you know.
At least you made it to the World Cup. You're not like us sorry Americans.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, we lose anyway. So is there any being? I don't know.
Dude, you're not the U.S. You're not losing to Trinidad and Tobago.
Right, when you with
Yeah.
your entire existence on the line, you just lose. You lay an egg to a tiny island nation.
And then they pretend they learned something, but in reality, they learn nothing.
Right.
So
But then again, on the flip side, Team Great Britain have made it to the top division of the World Championships this year for hockey.
Oh.
So we're in a group with Russia and Canada, I believe, which will be very fun.
Wow.
Yikes.
I'm
Speaking-
ready to watch us get destroyed on a nightly basis, and it's going to be fucking amazing, and I can't wait.
But at least you could say you were there. You know, you were there among the upper echelon. There you go. You were there.
First time we've been there since 1994. And like this is the first time in ages we've actually got a group of players that were like born and trained in England as opposed to a load of import players that come over, because the British league itself, like our domestic league, is really filled with import players. Like we have like 14 a cap of like 14 players that come from. We basically get the scraps from North America and some other European leagues. But yeah, we make it work for us. We had Chris Stewart join the league this year, which was quite cool.
Nice.
So we get the odd name here and there. Cam Jansen, Brian McGrattan joined the league for a year or two. He was fun.
Yeah. Jansen was a devil, I think. Evan Escher. No, wait. James Amadei. Tree, are Reds and Royals Lao Cow videos coming?
the Reds are like, they're kind of a weird case because they probably need to wait a little bit. The Royals I may tie into like a different subject because it would have to be on like the plight of the small market teams because their window just came open and shut very quickly, and that's the deal with a lot of small markets. Their windows are very short in comparison to the big market teams Because they're the lucky ones, if you're completely honest. They won a championship.
Yeah, they did. They did the impossible, which is win a championship using sabermetrics and no money. So
Pretty much.
They
And now they have to pay everybody, and now they suck.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Next one, Evan Escher.
Mr. Evan Asher. San Jose Sharks have 2 D-men out. Erik Karlsson is not 100%. Jumbo bogus suspension. Nah, I'd say that was worth a suspension. And 2 trash goalies. Our defense is pudding in disguise. Every spring is miserable. Dude, even I'm pissed at the Sharks. Like, you kind of saw, like, at the when they kept losing all those games. Like, yeah, they suck. But with all of that talent they have on offense, like everything on paper, like they should go deep. But they're gonna lose in the first round again, and their best went year may be done because Thornton's probably retiring. Pavelski's a free agent. Carlson's a free agent, and you have a bunch of awful contracts coming up. So,
I think right now
I don't know why I picked the Sharks being my second team, but I had to pick a team that is colossal failure, and I love it.
I was gonna go panning for gold. I was gonna use Martin Jones as the pan, just because he's so porous. He's just letting everything right.
Yeah, what happened to him? He had a
I know, like, because every time I think of Martin Jones, goddamn wall, he stole Game 5 in the 2016 final. But now it's like, oh my god,
he might be secretly injured or something, and he's not telling anyone because he is.
It seems like more or less his confidence might be destroyed. He could probably benefit from a change of scenery, but that contract, once again, it will prevent them.
Yeah,
because they might be in a Dallas Stars situation a couple of years ago where they have two bad goalies, 2 awful contracts, and they can't do anything about it. This is not just because of Radim Simek.
Yeah.
Like a third pairing defenseman is not the reason why your defense went from bad to total trash. I'm sorry, that's not the answer.
All right, Tiger 89. So I saw what happened at I like this one at the 76ers game. How would a coach like Torts react if he caught one of his players checking his cell phone during the game? I think Torts would take it and throw it onto the ice.
I feel like Torts would eat it and then regurgitate it and make his player eat it.
We joke, man, but I could very well see Torts taking a bite out of an iPhone, like spitting half of it back on the bench.
Like in the player's
text
face.
Now, bitch.
Right. Like that presser where he picked up the phone from the guy's mom or whatever, the phone call from his mom. Yeah, I could see Torts breaking an iPhone and eating it like candy glass from the wrestling, like just like
his mouth is like fully bleeding, but he's still calling plays. Like,
right, yeah, fuck your phone.
He's like yelling and just like blood's just like dripping out of his mouth. It's like this is the stuff out of nightmares. My God.
Imagine like Columbus is on the road and like everybody in like the white jersey just has blood on the back of their necks because of it.
Right.
It's like, what the hell happened? You just see Torts' mouth on the.
It's our new third jersey.
Yeah. And Torts is telling some story. He's like, you think that's just tough? He's like, I fought an entire 20 men just to play hockey one night in a pickup game. That you think this is shit right here?
I tried to take on the whole Calgary Flames locker room one time.
That's right.
I coached the Vancouver Canucks. Do you think this is tough?
Oh, that's a low blow. Uh-huh. He's got. I think Torts in his office has like Ryan Callahan's leg is on the wall, like. He's just like, yes, this is the sacrifice that Ryan made for me in the 2012 playoffs.
And now he's getting swept in Tampa. Oh,
right.
He's getting paid handsomely though.
Secret sabotage, baby. Callie was in on it too, man. Callie was in on it.
Tampa Bay screw job, man. Here we go.
How the fuck you trade me for Martin St. Louis? I'm fucking tanking. That's what it is.
You know what? I'm just going to leave my game in New York, too. Have fun.
That's right.
Enjoy this contract.
Beast of Metal 1989. Dolan should just lard down the Knicks front office with members of his shitty house band. They couldn't be much more odious than Jackson and Thomas. Thomas is just, they're bad. They're never going to be
That's how it is. They go for the big names instead of, and trying to build. And that's what they're probably going to do this offseason. Start chasing. And it's probably not going to work.
They've never had a high draft pick. They should try just what the Rangers are doing and draft high.
What they're probably going to do is pray they get Zion. That's what's really going to happen. Yeah, I hope it goes to like a smaller market because fuck the Knicks.
They need to be in the top 2 because if they don't get Zion, they need Barrett. So I don't know how this is gonna.
They're
work.
probably going to be stuck with Romeo Langford. Let's be real.
Or Jamont, the guy that can't defend. Or Ja Morant. I'm sorry, Jamont. Ja Morant. What's his last name? I forget, but he's a beast. He'll probably be next. You got this next one from Kablisky here.
Yes, sir, I do. Mr. Jack Kablisky. NFL schedule's out. Bears get Chargers, New Orleans, and Kansas City at home. Green Bay gets 3 home games out of the last 9. Oof. Jeez. But the funniest part is Pittsburgh has to play in New England on the first game of the season. And they're probably going to flex their 6th ring on them, too. It's going to be hilarious and cruel at the same time.
The Antonio Brown-less Pittsburgh Squillers with an aging Roethlisberger, no
Minus
lazy
talent
arm.
and minus cancer. Well, some cancer.
This could be Mikey T's last year, but you know what? They don't fire coaches, so Mikey T probably gets an extension.
He'll probably go 9-7. Probably either sneak a wild card spot and get blown out, or barely miss, and they'll extend him anyway. That's probably what's going to happen.
Yep, that was the most Yinzer quote I've ever heard you say. They'll probably go 9-7. Okay. I think it's less than that. I think it's.
Oh wait, 8-7-1.
Yes,
Sorry.
8-7-1. That a tie against Cleveland in week 2, whenever they play them. Okay. Where are we? On these snapper chats.
So we are at Mr. Kablisky.
Kablisky.
We
yes.
are Alan Fink.
You read Alan Funt here.
Yep, Alan Fink, Cincinnati native here. When Bengals and Reds suck, watch hockey. Go Columbus Blue Jackets. Go Cincinnati Cyclones.
All right. The ECHL, East Coast Hockey League.
Yep, all of Ohio should be celebrating right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, the Ohio State got screwed out of an appearance in the Big Four, right? In the playoff. Because they got the shit
They had
kicked
to deal
out
with
of them
that.
by
Mr.
Purdue.
Notre Dame.
Right. And then Herb
Georgia
retired. Herb faked another heart attack. Yeah, you should root for the CBJ, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Look, I'm trying to trigger this man gave us money, and I'm trying to trigger him because I know he's an Ohio State fan. Unless he is a UC fan, then
The guy paid you money.
No, all you gotta say is
and you're
Michigan
trying to
sucks
upset
and
him.
you're back on his good side. Just
Money
say
well
Michigan
spent,
sucks.
if you ask me.
What was that?
Just like he's paid you money and you're trying to trigger him, like money well spent, if you ask me.
Yeah.
What are you, Eugene? Calm down, man.
My name's not Mel.
You're gonna pay me money, and I'm still gonna shit on you.
That's right.
Welcome to Ottawa.
Or if I'm Jeffrey Lurie, I'm
Here's
gonna
season
sue
tickets.
you. Right. James Amadei. If the Maple Leafs lose series, does Toronto riot? Ooh, ask a Toronto resident what happened.
Yes.
I feel like,
I was like,
they
They lose, don't they?
The square's burning down. I'm telling you that, man. That's it.
The
I feel like
Scotia-
they'll all just cry. I think that's what's going to happen. They will. The whole city break,
Yeah.
especially if it's in 7 and they have a lead in the third period.
We
It's
talked
Groundhog
about
Day.
it, but yeah, we're gonna flood the TTC with tears. That's what's gonna happen. Let me tell you.
The Scotia's going up like Notre Dame Cathedral. It's just.
Oh, it's going to collapse like the Spire, isn't it?
Ooh, wow. You know what I think it was? I think Seth
Ooh,
Everman.
topical, nice.
Right. I think Seth Everman was there and he only knew 4 notes to Ave Maria. And then he.
Yeah. I'm sorry for the people watching years in the future. You probably will not understand that reference, or it will be very tasteless. We are most likely in the re-education camps. You're fine.
Who is watching this years in the future? No one's watching this tomorrow.
Maybe archaeologists somewhere. They find it in like a distant future. Scour every YouTube video for like historical purposes, and they just stumble on this shit.
They're just
do.
looking
It's
up
like-
the fire, and they're like, "Oh, dumpster fire. What is this?" And then they listen. They're like, "What the fuck am I listening to?"
Apparently.
Lightning.
Apparently, after the great apocalypse of Toronto losing after blowing another 3-goal lead to Boston, the people went underground and they lived in dumpster fires, and this is the last remaining evidence before that happened. That's right. Apparently, when Frederick Anderson turned into James Reimer, and the entire a fire just spilled over from the Scotia, and that's why we live in a walking zombie.
And that's why we
nightmare
live in the subway in College Street, son.
Yeah, here's a video game. It's called Metro Unknown or Metro Underground, and this is exactly how it is. It's a simulator.
Have you ever played Fallout? Yeah, this is our life now. Have fun.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Toronto riots. We've all agreed on that. All right, Beast of Metal, 1989. Between the Oh, how about you read this, Tree?
No worries. I mean, yeah. Sorry. That's more Pittsburgh sold. That's really what it comes down to. Between the stock keyword press conferences, recurrent underachieving, shitty defense, and reports of locker room drama, the Pens have gained a disturbingly Steelers-esque look to themselves lately. They've also done the whole playing down to competition thing, too.
Yeah.
So, I'm not saying the Islanders were inferior competition, because they lost to Ottawa twice. They've lost to Buffalo a good bit of times. They lost to Philadelphia pretty badly a couple times. Like, they will lose to the bad teams, yet they'll beat Tampa. I don't get it.
It's weird. It's just weird.
Yep. And also, there's a lot of rumors about Phil Kessel happening. So.
Yeah. I don't know why he gets such shit for putting hot dogs in the cup. I want to put a hot dog in the cup.
The thing with Kessel is apparently he keeps the same personality no matter what. Apparently it turns.
Well, it's the same in almost every industry. The things people love about you become the things that they hate about you.
Of course. You know? Let's be real. Like, that happens everywhere.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
There you go. Strike it down.
Happens to even you.
Becomes too powerful. That's right. At some point, Logan Paul is going to be that guy that rises above the ashes. Like, you know how everyone hated Logan Paul? Everyone's going to love him in like 2 years.
Nobody likes Logan Paul anywhere.
Didn't he just troll everyone with his Flat Earth document?
Yes. It was hilarious.
He does a podcast now.
Yeah.
Oh. So.
He's trying to become a Joe Rogan.
I think he did like I saw loads of commentary channels like taking the piss out of him recently.
Like he had Alex Jones on, and like Alex Jones was a completely different animal in comparison to him. It's like he couldn't keep up.
Alex Jones is next level troll. Like
of course,
level troll.
Like he is a personality among personality.
Yes, and he spreads false information.
He knows the truth about the gay frogs. What can you say?
Hey, J.K. Rowling said that they were gay from the beginning, so I don't know what.
No. What he said was he wrote them as straight, and then she retconned them to be bi and polyamorous. That's
Those
what J.K. Rowling
frogs,
is.
man. I can't believe it's taken an hour to get to this, but 18 Brian Wang for $1.99. How about Tiger Woods winning the Masters? I'm gonna take this one real quick before. So my dad is a colonel in the Air Force, just like Tiger's dad. My mom is from Thailand, just like Tiger's mom. I am the exact same, or almost the exact same age as Tiger. I've followed him since the first time I saw him in Sports Illustrated. Like everyone, when he was 17 or whatever, I was still in high school, and everyone's like, he's gonna be the next great thing. And to see him have it, lose it, and then get it back, like I thought he would never win again. I really thought he wouldn't win a tournament, much less the Masters. And I thought it was a great story. He's still a fucking dork, though. Like when they had him in the press conference, they were like, "Oh, lots of people." Jim Nance is like, friends will remember where they were on this day, and Tiger Woods like, "I'll remember where I was." I'm like, "No shit, Tiger, you're fucking Tiger Woods." Like, but
Dude,
he's just
like when he was putting on the jacket, it's yeah, buddy.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, look, it fits."
Hey, I'll take the legitimately smile in years.
Yeah, he was happy, and I could tell, and he had his kids there who, his kids are insanely attractive kids, right? Like they're going to grow up to be whatever. They look like Elon more than him, so he got lucky there. And like he's got the life now that he should have had, that he was falsely living, 15 years ago. But we all fall short of the glory.
Well, everyone loves a good redemption story.
Banging hot porn stars.
And that's like a Disney movie in the making. Like they'll write that story like 10 years down the road. And be like,
I'm just gonna.
Hey,
skip
this
to
guy lost everything, and then he
Right.
brought it back. And then it ends with the Masters winning with like an aftermath of like in plain text of what happened after.
With like still photos and stuff like that.
Tiger Woods.
And they'll shoehorn some random like political agenda or something in the process, like falsifying like rapes or like.
Or, no, the Masters
about, like,
still does not allow African American members, something like that. It's like
or like about like taking advantage of women or something like that.
Right,
like,
right.
I
No,
can
I
see
think
that being thrown in.
I think they
Like,
play the
same thing with
race
Green
card.
Book.
I think they play the race card. It's like no,
That's what I was just gonna say too. Yeah, like instead of focusing just how good of like an athlete and a golfer he was, they're gonna be like, well, he was a really good African American golfer and things like
right.
that.
He's also Thai.
No,
He's
I
from
know, a golfer of color.
his mom
Yeah,
is
that's
from
right, yeah.
Thailand.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not forget he is half Asian. That's right. So he got all the racist tasks that you could possibly think of from all sides. Mm-hmm. Though, I mean, growing up in Stanford, California, come on. There's more Asian people in Berkeley than there are white people. I can tell you that. Beast of Metal, 1989. Oh wait, did we miss this?
No,
one?
we saw that one.
No,
No,
we didn't.
we're on VGK coverage.
We're at Vegas Golden Knights trying to get him on the show. We've been efforting him for like 2 weeks. He's like, Sundays are good for me. I'm like, we don't do the show on Sunday.
I'll send him a message. I'll get him on for it. Don't worry.
All right, we'll get him on. He's got, like responsibilities and stuff. He's got to go see the Golden Knights, play. He's got to wear his Reeves jersey and flex on everyone, Vegas looking pretty good right now, up 3-1 against
they are smacking. But like it's that new line they had.
Yeah,
Stastny, Pacioretty, Stone. Those are the three guys
this year too, right? Like starting at free agency.
Oh yeah. They're like misfits in a different way. Yeah. Stastny never won the big game. Pacioretty got ran out of. Mark Stone was in Ottawa, which is a misfit in itself.
Mark Stone's also been nominated for the Selke Trophy, I believe.
Wow.
I believe it's Ryan O'Reilly, Bergeron, of course, and Stone.
And Bergeron will win it for the 8th consecutive time.
Oh, the funniest thing was like for the best leader award, the King. One of the nominees was Tom Wilson.
Yeah, I saw that.
Was that a joke?
Washington's
No.
Was that a joke? Like someone was just like, let me just throw
serious.
away.
It's Tom Wilson.
Suspended once this year. I mean,
Hey,
Yeah, like it got a few other questionable hits, but I mean, dude, he's literally like living rent free in the Penguins' minds. Let's be real.
With his 30 goals as a result,
which
of
is
playing.
crazy too.
I know.
To think about like.
Well, yeah, he's highly
As I
skilled.
just mentioned,
He's just a
puts up that many
goals.
goals.
Yeah.
I want to hang myself.
Yeah,
that
I
was
know.
bad.
All right, Anime Holic Tops. What's up, VKG, man? Everyone subscribe to him, by the way. He's good people, man. Anime Holic Tops. Can you even call it a choke if Tampa Bay Lightning never showed up? And this proved again how playing is as overwhelming fave is the hardest thing to do in sports mentally. I could say that, but there's been a lot of 1 seeds that have taken it to the house. I mean, but it's true when
that is a soft goal to give up.
Yeah, that's literally why I want to hang myself.
Oh, you're not talking.
Like when I saw the reaction, it's like, yeah, Boston scored. I'm a little behind.
Oh, yeah, I just saw it. That was softer.
They did kill Freddie Anderson. I'm dead serious. They killed him.
He's got to be run, don't you think? You got to pull him now.
too right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Pecorino's.
Leaving him in.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's too late now. It's 14 minutes into the third. There's no reason to go with a goalie change.
but we're going to keep you on in there. We're going to let you still get peppered because we got.
I told you they were killing Freddie Anderson. You saw that like later in the year.
That was screened. It was screened and
Screened
Chara
and
put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put it through Bergeron. I don't think Bergeron touched it. Let's see here.
I thought I saw like a little deflection, but
There was definitely a tip. No.
Yeah.
100%
That was.
a tip.
It wouldn't have mattered. He didn't need to tip it. He just got lucky.
No.
It was going in.
come
anyway.
on, Jordan. Leafs are not done. The series is tied at 2.
Oh yeah,
the series
this is your throwaway game.
Let's be real. Come on.
It's literally it's going to be a best of 3 after this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new series.
Yeah.
Quick math.
Right, it's going to take a game 7. It's going to be a best of 1. Let's be honest.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's going to be a single knockout.
If this ends in 6, I'll be.
It's gonna take a 4-1 lead with like 10 minutes left. That's what.
Oh, dude.
All right.
Still looking for that bleach, please.
Actually, I hear it combines really well with ammonia. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. You know what? I think I have some of that for sure. I think I may have to pick up bleach, so I may have to do that right
You can
after.
do baking soda
keep you
and
guys
ammonia.
posted.
Ooh.
That's a nice lethal airborne thing. Baking soda and ammonia, and then put that in your car and start the engine in your garage.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right. Beast of Metal, 1989. You want to read this one?
Yep. U.S. men's national team will never be worth a damn in the scope as long as men's soccer's greatest contribution to American culture is soccer mom pornography. I'm going to have to correct you there. The greatest contribution to American culture is the pay-to-play mentality. and favoritism. That's what the U.S. men's national team's good for.
Yeah. I'm just looking up some soccer mom porn. That's all. Just I'm gonna save. I gotta
Just
bookmark
dudes
that
with,
for
like,
later.
rock solid abs.
Looks it up.
By the way,
Bookmarks it. Save for later.
right? Why is all porn?
It's like that deserves a damn son.
That's a damn son. Why is all porn incense porn now? Like it's weird. They've
Wait,
gone
you mean-
there.
Well, it's because it's like a
or incest.
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 And
I
not
thought you
in-
had heard
not-
incense, and I'm like, are they lighting candles now? Like, they're putting some
Well,
production
I mean-
into this. Damn.
Be careful, that's probably a fetish. So that's all I'm gonna say.
You can find it on 7chan. That's all I gotta say.
7chan.
You can find anything there. Just give me girls
Like-
covered in motor oil and with feathers, and it's there. You can find it. Trust me.
Yes, the Looney Tunes edition. Nice.
Oh Lord.
Casey Hoosby, thank you again for contributing all night. Hornets Laucow if Kemba leaves. P.S. He probably will. I think so.
I wouldn't shock me one bit. They have
Nobody-
wasted that man.
Nobody stays in Charlotte. Doesn't happen.
Like anyone would stay in Charlotte and deal with Michael Jordan.
All right. This next one's for you.
Miguel LeBlanc. Is there a hater's guide for the playoff coming?
Ooh.
Like, are they talking about the debriefing for the
Or
haters
like
guide?
a
'Cause
post-mortem?
that's- Yeah, I mean that's coming. The problem is it got delayed because of the sweeps yesterday.
Yeah, you didn't do one for the NBA, which is basically you saying you're fucked over and over again. So.
I usually do one for the finals, so I'll wait for that.
Okay. Maybe that's what he's asking. All right, let's get through
Yeah,
these.
I mean, I usually do one for the NBA final.
Let's get through these, and then OddManRush can go out and start drinking at 2 a.m.
Sure.
Right.
Like the animal he is, that a boy.
That's right. Like, I mean, that's when the party starts, right? 2 a.m. Everything good happens at that hour.
Yeah.
Oh
too
yeah,
right.
especially in the middle of England.
Yes. Anime Holic Tops. Being the underdog is so much easier mentally. You could see that CBJ could play completely pressure-free because no one expects any of them. Yeah, but the pressure gets on. You get up 3-0, 2-0. The pressure not to blow it starts to work against you. So they were just
Fourth
good.
game is the hardest. It's the hardest one to win.
I think you don't think about that. Like when when I'm playing Chell and I've got my 99 Gretzky out there, I don't think about, who's the better team, who the President's Trophy was. If I'm playing, the Penguins are winning. That's right.
Right?
I mean, like,
Right.
Every
at,
time.
at this point, the Columbus Blue Jackets, like, they've got nothing to lose at this point now. They've
Yeah,
got
I mean,
five
it is
on.
all or nothing because they
Yeah,
might be losing a lot of their players.
Like,
So it's like,
this
why the
is-
hell not? Why not go deep?
Yeah.
They win one more series. They're no longer the least successful franchise in the NHL. They're just tied.
Who
Yeah,
becomes the
exactly.
least? Who becomes the least?
Or who'd be tied for the least, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like with like the Coyotes, the Wild. I think another team or
the
two.
Coyotes are bad. Vegas in 1 year is more successful than all those fucking franchises. In
Pretty
one
much.
year. 2 years. 2 years already. They're better than like the Wild for sure.
Well, if you're thinking like the truest, least successful franchise, it's probably the old Jets, Coyotes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They've only made the third round once.
Yeah, but we had Solani once upon a time, and he was
Yes.
good.
Yeah, and then you traded him to the Ducks for a defenseman whom you grossly misjudged as elite. So have fun with that.
All right, let's bang these
And they
out.
did not. They did not.
TBL plays Butte Anime Holic Tops again for $5 Euro. And TBL plays beauty pageant hockey of nifty trick plays, pretty goals, which works for the regular season, but in the playoffs, that style doesn't work. Yeah. But it did work last year.
It's a much harder game. It's
They
a
made-
different style of animal in the playoffs.
They've done
Everything
that.
changes. The rules, even like they let a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Yeah,
get
they
away with a lot
swallow
less
whistles
stuff.
now.
Yeah.
Like everyone's saying, like, why aren't they calling penalties? Why aren't they calling penalties? The playoffs. They always swallow the whistles in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So
you have to
you
do
know-
something truly egregious. Like you'd have to literally like murder someone's mom, and you'd maybe get a 2-minute minor.
Well, all those ex-Rangers, they were sort of finesse guys. Like the Rangers, the 2014, 2015 were a very finesse team, and that hurts to say that and admit it. But, JT Miller, I mean, yeah, he's a tough guy, but
He's not really that tough. I mean, I wouldn't call him like a tough player.
Yeah,
I
he's
call him
just,
solid, but I wouldn't call him tough.
He'll throw a check, but like he won't really drop the gloves unless he really has to.
yeah, they're skate away at the whistle type guys, and Columbus just caught him off guard with that, that mentality. And yeah, it does equate to a lot of regular season wins, but the playoffs, you're right, are definitely a different animal. And Kucherov, he
is a coward, man.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're not going to score and then you're going to do like a blatantly horrible check. Like, really, dude? Come on. Yeah. You're going to be a heart winner. Mm-hmm. Let's be real. Mm-hmm. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, that was very un-MVP-like.
I mean, it doesn't matter if they shouldn't have even suspended him because let's be real, he didn't even show up on the ice.
Yeah. It's like he was suspended the first 2 games, Let's see. Read this next one.
Yes, sir. That I can. Mr. Miguel LeBlanc. Should 8th seed beat 1st or ex-champs so easily? Not really. It's very rare.
Yeah. It doesn't happen that often. It really doesn't. That's why it's so unprecedented.
Especially in this situation. It's very tough. Like you tie the win record in a season. You're heavy favorites for the cup. You don't even win a playoff game. That is unprecedented.
What were you saying?
Quite funny though.
Yeah.
Oh, it is very funny. Dude, I've had a laugh.
I've been jerking off since last night over that. Like
Break
Twitter
away for Boston. Good save by Freddie.
My Twitter exploded after that, and I didn't even have good jokes. I was just like, yeah.
Like I laughed. I was like laughing hysterically after game 1. It's like, really, you fucking blew this? Oh my god.
I was just shocked.
Game 2, it's like I'm watching something special here because they had nothing. I figured like, okay, they'll come back and punch again, but like they had nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
They mentally checked out after that first game, after letting them come back after those 3 goals. Yeah, they checked out of the series.
Dude,
it's like a kid having a temper tantrum, though, isn't it? Oh, I didn't get what I wanted in game 1. Oh, I don't want to play.
Oh, that would be Gino Malkin.
Plenty of teams have had disastrous game 1s. Like the Rangers did that against the Caps, where they gave up a goal to Joel Ward with like 0.02 seconds, and they still won that series. Like Tampa
look at the Capitals last year against the Penguins. They blew a 2-goal lead.
Right, Tampa
won that series in 6.
Year, the Rangers went to 7 games in literally every single series.
Mm-hmm. And that's why, by the time they got to the finals, they were out of gas. But
yeah, thanks, Alec Martinez.
Yeah, jazz hands. All right, let's finish these up, and then we'll just chit-chat amongst ourselves. Okay, Hike Simitan, thank you, gave us $1. So we'll split that 4 ways.
Thank you, brother.
We'll all give a quarter to a stripper. And
nice.
then Sam Stankovic. I like that. Sam Stankovic. Okay. Huge fan of Cleveland and both your channels, and just found out this existed. Getting into hockey and the Lightning choking got me in Go Jackets, Go Browns. Wow. We got a lot of Ohio here tonight. A lot of Ohio.
Oh, of course. This is their celebration.
It is.
This is the greatest achievement of their franchise's history.
Yep.
This is their identifying moment. A franchise always needs. Columbus hasn't had one in 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, let's face it, this may have saved hockey in Columbus. Not being over-exaggerating, but you have an identity now.
Yeah, we're the
guys
guys
have a rallying cry.
Yep.
Because, you wait a while, it's like, okay, why am I rooting? Now it's like, no, I have a reason to root for this team.
We're the team that caused John Cooper to, get bought out and Stevie Y to run off to the Rangers. That's what we did.
We broke Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if the Rangers got Steve Yzerman, I would be celebrating in the street.
You know what I would love?
I don't know if you'd be saying that. I mean, Detroit would die because they have been banking on that for about a year and a half.
That's true. I know.
Please, Stevie, come home. And it's like, nope, you're getting Ken Holland for another 5 years, and then they all die.
Right.
The end.
They're like the British with "It's Coming Home," but it's Steve Yzerman.
Yeah,
we're getting Stevie.
We're gonna fix our past sin.
We made the semifinals. Stevie's coming home.
He's coming home.
He's coming home, baby.
It's not a picture of the cup. It's just a picture of Yzerman.
Right. It's just Yzerman's
coming home,
effigy.
boys.
Right. All right, last one. Tree, you got this one?
Ironically, speaking of Red Wings, the Pens are Red Winging themselves. Sorry, Tree. I can honestly buy that because Jim Rutherford has always been a guy who's pretended they kept competitive. Look at the Hurricanes over the past 5 years. So I'm not afraid of the window closing. I'm afraid of what management's going to do in the next few years because I feel like they're going to drain a lot of extra resources trying to like pretend to keep the window open. Maybe get a playoff appearance or two and then just get smacked. I can see that happening.
Yeah, it happened to the Rangers. It happened to the Blackhawks. It happened to the Kings.
Of course. I knew that.
Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rangers are the only team that didn't win the cup. It happened to Vancouver. It happens to every team. That's how
Vancouver didn't win the cup. I mean, Anaheim technically.
Well,
still.
the collapse, the precipitous decline happens to everyone. It's just it's an eventuality in the way that this is set up. There's no New England Patriots of the NHL.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it might be happening to San Jose if they don't like do anything. It's fucking.
And especially in the salary cap era.
It's
tougher than ever to build a team that's that little bit better than everybody else that has the same amount of money to do it. Is
yeah,
of course. I mean, you literally have to draft like an insane class.
Yeah.
Or a couple classes, and then just keep it cost controlled.
Yeah, and the hardest part is it's not just the salary cap; is that there's a salary deficiency. So when the players that are due their money are ready to move up into that next echelon of pay, a team cannot keep all their talent. So they graduate on. So there's always going to be a distribution of talent, which I love the system. Yeah. It works great, but your team will not stay on top.
Toronto scored.
5-3. Let's see. Let's get a replay here, and then we'll wrap up the show here. Let me see. Oh, nice. Little front door action right there from Auston Matthews.
Yeah, it's a quick power play goal.
Auston Matthews.
Just a set, throw up front, tipping.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's a
much.
little too late, I think, but good for morale.
What do you think? You pull the goalie
There's
at 5
always
minutes?
time. Just saying.
There is, but like the way Boston's been playing, man,
If
you got to strike quick. You need one now, like before 5 minutes are out to even have a shot.
Yeah, let's see here. Oh, that cross ice pass got through. That's what happened.
Typical glitch goals.
Yeah, that was a glitch. Anytime that one goes through, wow, that just hit him on the heel of his stick. Wow, nice play. And it went far side. It went cross ice crease and then far side in. That's amazing. All right, one last super chat from VKG coverage, and then we'll get our final thoughts here. The hockey gods had a voice. If the hockey gods had a voice, it would sound like UT. I want UT to announce my life, like the March.
Then it would annoy a lot lot of people. Let's just be real. It's polarizing.
Now
when
he's
I get
going
married, you're
downstairs.
doing all the introductions, man. That's what's happening.
Oh Lord.
You know what part about Tree?
Memes and all. That's it. Like I can't have anything less than that.
The best voice for me for Tree is when he does the Days of Our Steelers, and he's just
the
like,
Days of Our Steelers voice.
Captain
Oh
Fat
God.
Fuck.
I'll probably do like one more episode to do it again next season because it's getting tiresome.
It's so epic.
It's like, make it stop. Please stop. I don't want to hear this anymore.
Right.
Antonio, please shut up.
But I'm telling you, team content gave you so much content. Like they just they just kept doing it, and now
it happened every week.
Yeah, they made it worse.
It's like, dude, please. It's like once it stopped off the field, it happened on the field.
Antonio Brown, though, is a tornado of just content, though. He is amazing in that regard. He's a piece of shit human being, but he's
gonna have fun with that, Oakland. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sorry, I was
have
reacting
fun with
to
that.
Tuukka Rask is playing very well because the Leafs are getting shots, man. They are.
Oh, yeah.
He's open. He's up. Nope. God damn it. Sorry. All right. OddManRush. Do you have any final thoughts for us here? Thank you for staying up till 2:23 in the morning. Go out and drink.
Thank you for having me. Final thoughts? Playoffs are great, aren't they? If you like hockey, check out my channel maybe. If you don't want to, then that's fine. Do what you want. It's your life.
Put a link in the chat if you don't mind.
Sure.
For all the people here. I think you passed 10,000 subs recently.
I did.
Right?
Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you very much.
Yes, congratulations. You know what they say. It's,
Another goal for Toronto.
I know. It's good.
The first 10,000 is the hardest. I think Edie.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Edie Elamine said that.
Jesus.
I'm not gonna say the Giselnik joke, which is much less in taste. Arcade Phil. Arcade Phil.
Arcade Phil.
Yes.
New branding, boys. Here we go.
That's right. Just the guy that hangs around in the corner of the arcade with your coin op, and he's just like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Hey, I used to be cool once.
Right,
You
right.
know?
I got the top score on Simpsons Pinball. That's right, bitch. If Toronto ties this game up, I might.
That's
going to
be a joke.
I might have a jizz overload. I
Oh.
might. Wow, that was
No, I think Toronto's just going to
I hate it because now I'm invested. I'm like, oh, like, because now there's a chance. It's one goal.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. It's interesting, and you're gonna get an empty skate or an empty net. At some. Oh wow, the rush. Oh, you can't get there. And then Hunziger sends a Snapchat at the last minute. Of course you would. 25 minutes over, Jacob. Yes. We thank you guys for the constant commentary that gives us something to laugh at, even more than the Lightning. Oh, I still owe you guys a beer.
Oh, you're
Yep.
welcome. Don't worry about it.
brother.
You're not allowed to drink down at Liberty. I don't know what you're talking about, Hunziger. Not allowed to drink. So, anyways, Tree, any final thoughts? Thanks for checking in, by the way, Jacob. Your agony was very much noted. His tweeting through.
Also, I mean, fans are fucked. That's really about it.
Yeah. You too.
Although I've been wrong before, so let's hope they pull something out of their ass.
Yeah, that was a close one right there. Pasta was like. Have you seen that commercial? The Dunkin' Donuts commercial with him and with Pasternak when he goes to.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, I only got 2 minutes."
Yeah. He's like, "Hey ref, check your phone. You missed some calls."
And it's like Czech voice too. It's so good. I love it. I love cringe commercials like
better
that.
make it quick.
Honestly,
I
they're
only
so
got
good.
2 minutes. You know, you can tell they're like say it this way. Try it again. Try it again. Okay.
No. We don't. You know what? Let's change it up a bit. Let's a little more lower. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a hockey player with flair. I only got 2 minutes. Perfect.
Yes. I only got 2 minutes. I'm sure if I spoke Russian or Finnish or where's pasta from?
Czech Republic.
Czech. Yeah. If I tried to speak Czech, like I would sound terrible. You know?
Oh, cool.
They would be. All right. Tree, any final thoughts?
No, I'm good now.
All right. Thank you, boys, for joining. It was fun. We said we would bring you back for the playoffs. We did. I'm glad that you guys can make it. Again, thank you, OddManRush. Thank you, Arcade Phil. Arcade Phil.
Arcade.
My branding's right out the window.
That's
Here we
right.
go.
For showing up. I wish you would upload every once in a while, you know.
I'm sorry. I need to. I actually really need to.
Yeah, just get it out. I'm sure Toronto will give you plenty of material here.
Oh yeah.
And
First
Tree,
shit that I make.
Tree, always good to see you. Thank you, everyone, all the people that came out, our mods, Beast of Metal and Omega Black. Thank you as well. Here we go. Hunzinger extending the damn thing. I'm reading this and then I'm turning it off. All right. I'm aware they're fuck Tree. Like I said in that one tweet, they're becoming the Hawks. Oh, I graduate in 3 weeks, so drink then. Congratulations,
Nice.
man.
Congratulations,
That's
brother.
Awesome, dude.
Oh.
All right. So I'm going to turn this off. Everyone, you're all beautiful. Thanks for coming out. I'm 5 points, and you made it to the end of the steaming hot dumpster fire.
Muchas gracias, señores.